Hello, everybody. I'm glassBead, the community manager at Smithery. I'm making this series to answer some common questions about Smithery and to demo some of the platform's features for new users and experienced users as well. It's my aim to also illustrate some concepts about Model Context Protocol and agentic AI along the way. So thank you very much for joining me. Today, we're going to be demoing the Playground. So the Smithery Playground is a sandbox environment where you can try out different servers and see what's possible with the MCP servers that are hosted on the platform. We have a vanilla foundation model, GPT 4.1 in this case, that's registered with a profile called Agent Demo, which has no servers configured. And don't worry, I'm going to be going through configuration profiles a little bit later on. And you can see up here that there's a system prompt that's pretty extensive, that's specifying its behavior a little bit already. So this is basically a blank canvas. It's a bare bones model instance that has the ability to connect itself to servers on Smithery and has a system prompt guiding its behavior, but effectively just a raw model instance. What we're going to do today is we're going to turn this into an agent. So I'm going to give you a brief definition on here from an Anthropic paper called Building Effective Agents, which was very influential and came out a few months ago. And it's just this one sentence here. So the basic building block of agentic systems is an LLM enhanced with augmentations such as retrieval, tools, and memory. And they've got a good diagram there, which I'll blow up here. So we can see that the most fundamental agent, the most basic bare bones agent that you can think of is an agent that can remember things, it can ground its responses with retrieval calls, and it can use tools of some kind. So, obviously, when you think about this, memory and retrieval are tools, right? They're usually tools. So we could rephrase this and say that an LLM that can extend itself with tools and hopefully one or both of those tools is memory and retrieval. That's what we're going to call an agent. So with that definition in mind, we have this, again, very bare bones, raw model instance. And we're going to ask it a basic question. So we're going to say, what are the most recent updates to the model context protocol specification? And so now it's just going to go through and look through a bunch of different servers on Smithery to try to answer this question. We'll let it do YOLO mode. So, let's just copy this and say, I want to know about recent changes to the specification itself. So say, give me summary of the latest protocol changes. Okay, so it's telling me here that it's not able to give me that information, which of course it's able to, right? But the problem that we have is that because it didn't start off this conversation as an agent, it's having to perform all of this inference on, would this tool be better? Would that tool be better? Trying to understand what these tools are, what model context protocol is, maybe, depending on when the knowledge cutoff is, right? So let's try that conversation again. And this time, we're going to equip it with search through Exa, which is an AI native web search tool. And we're also going to use Memo, which is a fantastic memory service for agents. So we have our retrieval, we have our memory. By Anthropic's definition, this is now an agent. So let's ask that same question. What are the most recent updates to the model context protocol specification? And we'll approve that. I'll put that on YOLO mode. I like the horns. Rock on. All right, so this is pretty dang fantastic, right? Compared to our previous response, which was just like, I can't do this for you, to now that we've got a pretty good summary of what's new about the third specification that just came out on the 18th. So what I want to drive home here is that the big benefit is that when we give our model, let's just say specifically here, the EXA tool and the memory tool, that it's not having to guess what to use when it's performing retrieval or when it's remembering something. So let's just say, create memories using memo of what you've discovered. So it's going ahead and adding memories here. But you can see that I didn't specify X the first time. I did the second time to keep it from having any misunderstanding. But the point being that, like, you're specifying which tools it's going to use for which purpose. Now, the benefit of doing this in the playground is, let's say that I just wanted to get rid of this, or let's say the memory server from Memo just wasn't working. So let's look through some other options. Let's say memory MCP. Looks like you can use it. And now, even if for some reason Memo went down, our agent will still be able to remember things. Because we can go through to all of the servers that are on the Smithery platform, and if one server that's serving an essential purpose isn't available, we can just swap it out for another one. So let's say we've lost connection to Memo, or I think it's Mem0. I don't say it out loud much. But you have access to another memory MCP server now. Create memories with that server instead. Boom. All right. So that's a basic demonstration of how you can mix and match servers here in Smithery's playground, and how you can use that to build up more and more effective agents. So I'm going to pause here, and in the second part, we're going to make this a little bit more complicated and a little bit more fun. See you there.